Hey, how are you guys doing? Well, I've been changing some stuff around here because I got a CNC carving machine and I really needed to arrange the space and create a specific place for it to fit. For now, it's going to be right here. First of all, I gotta make a table, so let's get some wood. In order to take measurements, I needed to assemble the work area parts that came with my X-Carve kit before anything else. My point was to build a table without buying a single material, so I used some leftover plywood from a previous project. I'm using my circular saw to break these boards into more manageable pieces. The motor takes much space in the left side of the machine, and I need to make sure it's not going to hit any of the clamps during the cut. I sliced the boards into several strips for both the legs and the stretchers. Most of the parts measure 7 cm in width, but half of the legs are narrower. I subtracted the thickness of the board so I end up with the same width when the two leg parts are glued together. I clean up one side on each piece and improvise a quick stop block in the end of the short crosscut fence. I'm confirming the same width on both sides and trace some reference lines to drive some screws. I clamp the leg parts together to perfectly align the pieces, pre-drill, and apply glue to attach everything permanently. I scrape off the glue squeeze out and sand all the parts smooth. It's a good idea to break the sharp edges to prevent splintering. Since this table structure is being made specifically for my X-Carve, I gotta remove some material in the top stretcher so the MDF top sits properly. So, these small pieces represent the thickness of one leg and the longer stretcher. The smaller stretcher has a perfect fit in between those little guys, but I need to create a notch near the middle. Let's have an idea of how this is going to look like when assembled. Yeah, I'm placing the small stretchers the wrong way. I can't glue all the parts because it wouldn't pass through my studio door, so I'm using screws from the inside. I like to create a small countersink on the back of the holes when I'm not pre-drilling the second piece, so the wood fibers have a place to go when the threads of the screw pull them against the first piece. It's always nice to keep everything square while assembling. I'm flipping this thing over to attach the final pieces. Okay, I messed up with the top stretcher again. Let's fix this. Now it's time to work on the center supports. I'm feeling really happy I didn't pre-cut these center dividers because they would be too short if I had done so. This clamp is providing just enough pressure so the center support can slide in and stay in place while it's being screwed to the sides. The same strategy is used for the bottom piece. For finish, I'm applying water-based matte varnish with a sponge brush to give the table some protection. Most varnishes raise the grain of the wood, and it is really important that you light sand in between coats to soften the surface. Here you can see how much a difference it makes to sand with a fine grit paper before you apply the next coat. It is also important to remove the fine dust so those particles don't end up in your finish. Okay, it's the moment of truth. The structure is ready to receive the machine base. It is quite heavy for me, but I can handle it just fine. All four corners just popped into place like a charm. Well, I don't really know if this is going to work well because the tabletop has 1 meter, which means that I'm going to have some kind of small corridor in here to go to the drill press. But I guess we'll see in a few minutes. So let's get everything in its right place. Well, it turns out that the space between these two tables is more than enough for me. I don't need more space than this to be operating the drill press. And about the table itself, it came out really nice in my opinion. It was the first time that I made a table, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's not the sturdiest thing in the world, but it serves the purpose quite well, so yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. If you want to see what I'm working on next, subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media.